What's up YouTube, it's your boy Barcode, I'm back with another video. This game's soundtrack is just amazing. Today's video is going to be an update on my account. This is your free-to-play gacha channel. If you saw my last video, it's only starter heroes only. I'm pushing them to the limit to see as far as they can go. Now we're talking about Mona, Bryn, Drew, Helen, and our boy, the meme of the game, and really underrated mind you, is Q. If you like my videos and like my content, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Now the first couple of days of global launch, general chat has been pretty funny. All the Q memes in chat, all the sniffs in Channel 8, Q existence is a menace. The list goes on and it really cracks me up. Let's talk about Q for a minute since he's the biggest meme in this game right now. He is a starter character and he's a shimmer. In my opinion, I feel like the majority of heroes in this game is actually pretty good depending on your team comp. I wouldn't say Q is like a nuker. He's more like a high damage dealer hybrid with a support feature. These are my stats right now on Q. This is a free-to-play channel, obviously, so the gear is coming. I'm farming Chronos Stage 8 as much as I can to get better gear. But I have him on lifesteal because I have Mona who already can sustain herself on her second skill. So keeping Q alive is actually really good with Mona. But these are my stats right now, about 2400-ish attack, 160 speed, 74% crit rate, which can improve over time with better gear. If I had to crit set on the offset here, it'd be way better. I just can't do that as of yet. But right now he's set up as crit rate, attack bonus, and speed. He still does a lot of damage on this speed build. I do have all the starter heroes 6-starred, but as of right now, I got Bryn starting off doing the attack buff, and this is all in auto, mind you. Then I have Q going second so that he can do his last ability, Joke of the Ether. This will apply Link to 2 different targets. And this is important because after her goes Mona, which I have on somewhat of a speed build. Early game speed build. But I have her on the Windwalker set. On crit damage, attack, and attack. Now her crit rate can improve. I just need some better Windwalker gear and I'm working on that currently in Chronos. But because how Link works from Q, Link will hit 2 targets, apply the Link, and Mona's damage once you hit those heroes, extra damage will be shared between the 2. So when a Link unit is attacked, their counterpart receives true damage equal to 80% of damage dealt. So in AoE, you're hitting both of them, swapping the damage back to 80% true damage. Then we have Drew, whose ultimate is huge, especially on the 3rd ascension, because it then starts to ignore enemy defense. He doesn't have a complete set right now, but this gives him like the best speed and crit rate that I can get him at. I need to start farming the Pep dungeon. I don't want to go into it right now because my game crashes every time I go into trials. On my phone it doesn't happen, but on the emulator it does. So I don't farm dungeons on my PC, I just do it on my phone. Hopefully that gets fixed really soon. But usually with this combo of Bryn, Q, and then Mona, at least 2 people die. The other 3 are pretty low. Drew will clean up the last 3 heroes on his ultimate. Drew's ultimate can hit really hard. It starts from like 22,000 to 28,000 with the bonus damage. It's just the gear is an issue and I need to get better gear for him. That's why I feel like the early game, at least, Chronos is the best dungeon to farm for that Windwalker set. If you can get Windwalker set on all your heroes, you don't need an AP booster support. You will maybe for Point War, but that's a different story. But I haven't pulled in any of my discs any AP booster at all, and it kind of sucks. So really, while I'm farming, I'm literally sitting here and spamming to try to get a dungeon right here. Like, because it's all these Dahlia dungeons and Suha, or however you pronounce their names, I don't know. But it maxes out within like a second. So the only way I can actually get a dungeon from them too, which are really good heroes and you should definitely focus on getting them, is really spam clicking any channel I'm in while I'm farming. And these are heroes that are Free to play, easily obtainable, and they're huge in progression, and you should definitely figure that out and try to get them as soon as possible. It'll help you tremendously. So you're really trying to get those ripple dungeons in the chat, and I'm going to show you why they're so good. It's ridiculous. It's Dahlia, for example. I forget what I named her before. Calypso, right? Dahlia. Her ultimate is she's not really a damage dealer. She can be, but she's more of a support, and it's mainly for point war. But her ultimate is amazing. Grants 25% AP to all allies, which AP is action points, which determines who goes first in a round. The more speed you have, the faster your AP regenerates. But if you have a booster like this is your Bernard from Summoner's War, right? Gives you 25% more AP and gives you the attack up and a crit rate buff to your whole team. She is a meta extremely for free to play. For point war specifically. She will even help you out in story, infinite tower, etc. Because if you take the first turn and kill as many enemies as you can, the more likelihood you will survive. She also has speed down, which is huge. You can literally lap an enemy or a boss when they have speed down. But let's talk about our girl Suwa. Xiao Saming Yisuwa. Miss Thickness. The reason why she's so sought out. She's your support / like secondary healer. Her ultimate attack up and defense up for 2 turns is huge. Defense buff is really, really good. Her second skill can heal a single target ally and grant them invincible and a heal over time. And if your ally is less than 50%, it grants an additional heal over time. And then her first skill is an attack down. She is useful everywhere. More for PvE, but still for point war she's amazing. Also another free to play shimmer unit that you should be doing with your clan. If you're not in a clan already, get in one. But you should be buying the pieces for Melanie, especially as free to play. Her ultimate hits all enemies and reduces their AP, which is another huge thing. If the enemies are debuffed, this increases their AP by an additional 15%. So think about it this way. I'm thinking point war, by the way. You have Dahlia, who increases your AP and also your attack and crit rate. Then you can throw like a Wukong, get a debuff on all of them, hopefully a defense break mainly, but even if it's a disease, it's fine. Then you follow that up with Melanie, who will then decrease their AP by 30%. If you don't have Wukong, it's just anyone who has some kind of AoE debuff. Maximize her abilities out. You can really control the situation in point war. Before I talk about progression, I'm just going to show you my heroes real quick. They are all maxed out on abilities, all 5 of my starter heroes. They're also max ascended to the fullest, which gives huge advantages of attack percent of 20% on my nukers. And then there's Helen, who's on her max last ascension right now. I'm farming that dungeon today and it'll be done really quickly. Oh, crap, I pressed the trials button by mistake and now I'm stuck here. I gotta restart. Farming the wave flows for ascensions are super easy. During the course of promoting the 5 and 6 stars, you get these things called element wave boosters. Before you go into Sonic Miracle Dungeon and start farming flow waves, please make sure to hit these up. It's a huge increase in materials that you get, and it makes ascending so much faster. Do not forget about these. So speaking of that, let's talk about progression. Ritual Miracle, I am just focusing on Kronos right now for that Windwalker speed set. A Pep and Fafnir, it requires a couple different mechanics. I'm going to try to focus on them later once I get better gear on all my heroes. But because I can farm difficulty 8 in Kronos right now, I'm getting 6-star gear and a pretty decent drop rate, so I don't complain about that. Sonic Miracle, I'm on stage 7 or 8, depending on the element. These are really easy to farm, especially with this team. Infinite Miracle Tower, I am on stage 73 right now. I just need to push this a little bit more until I get to my cap, until I need to upgrade gear and speed. Speed is really crucial there, because if you kill off at least 2 or 3 enemies before they start attacking you, it helps tremendously. For hard mode story with my starter hero only team, I am on 12-8. Siegfried is ridiculously harder. Once I get some better gear and get some more speed on Drew and really Helen, max out some crit rate, just get better gear in general, then I feel like the starter hero team can completely destroy Siegfried in 12-8. I'm going to go into hard mode real quick just to show you what the team set up and how it works anyway. Alright, so the current order on this team comp is Bryn, Q, Mona, Drew, Helen, like I spoke about before. I'm going to slow it down on auto just to show you how this works, and hopefully we all crit, because that's my main issue right now. It's crit and speed, which I'm working on. But if everyone crits, then at least 2 people will die, and Drew follows up and kills the rest. So let me show you here. Attack buff, then Q does his Link ultimate ability and hits 2 people. Mona does her AoE, and they both crit, so those 2 should die, and they do. Drew didn't use his ultimate for some stupid reason, probably because the enemy wasn't low enough to kill one, so he doesn't want to use it on his AI. Whatever the case is, whatever. If I did this manually, they probably all would have died. But that's how this team setup works. And then the second set of abilities, Q has an AoE, Mona has an AoE, and then Drew follows up and finishes the rest if he doesn't use his ultimate on his first wave, right? So here's Siegfried, right? And I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Oh, look at Q. He's so cute. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this is 12-8 hard mode, not the regular story. So Siegfried starts to hit a lot harder on hard mode than he did. And it's funny because a lot of people thought like this was the boss. And it's like, oh, this is easy, right? But then he turns into Super Saiyan Siegfried and then you're screwed. So a lot of the issue here is the poisons, and with me and Helen, there's only one heal on the ultimate, so that's why a lot of the case, like, Helen's not the best. She's not the best healer. She's like an all-around because she has a strip, she has an AP lower. So let's just see what this team can do. I failed the last time. I did do a little bit of upgrades here and there, but let's see, because I think Siegfried's probably just going to AoE wipe my team here in one shot, I would assume. So Bryn's actually pretty decent. Her ultimate can hit really hard. And yeah, so there, an AoE one shot. So that's why I need like a defense buff with a Suhua, or whatever the case may be, or even a hero that is also free-to-play obtainable that I'm about to show you right now. Esper Fusion Gabrielle. Now, if you followed your missions properly, this is day 7 for me. I'm fusing Gabrielle on day 7, which in my opinion I feel like is pretty good. It's probably above average than the majority of people. I'm sure there's faster, I'm sure there's slower, but for free-to-play I feel like that's pretty good. Gabrielle is definitely a very good hero to fuse, and you should definitely focus in on that, especially for progression. So what do you need to do to fuse her? Well, first you need to fuse Fabrice, and that's really easily done. Follow the mission guide and it'll show you exactly how to do it. So you throw Fabrice in there, and then you just need 3 other heroes. It could be any heroes, which I think that's a really cool concept. A lot of other games have to do specific heroes, but you can use any 3 of one of each element. You just take a 3-star of that element, get it to level 40, ascend it to phase 5, which is really easy with the element wave flow boosters, and just throw them all in there. I'm using Drew and Bryn because I already have them maxed just from summoning. And then throw Jean in there. And now you have a Gabrielle, which is really good and really easy to do. Just follow the mission guide. You'll be fine. Look at that. She's a beast. Look at that. She's a man. She goes to CrossFit. Holy crap. So yep, there we go. Recon plan, advanced, Esper Fusion, obtain Gabrielle. Done. I'm going to see how far this starter hero team can go with better gear. But Gabrielle is going to be a huge difference for Point War and also for PvE. So while you're trying to focus on ripples for Dahlia and Suhua, whatever, I don't know, definitely make sure to focus on Gabrielle as well. Because there's going to be instances where Gabrielle is going to be better than Suhua. That's it for today's video. I'm going to get off the PC and farm up Ascension mats for Helen. I'm going to farm Chronos to get some more better gear. I'm going to be spam clicking those general chats to try to get those ripples. If you like my videos and like my content, like, ding bell. See you in the next one. Peace.